people wanted, oops, if some people wanted to paint the red, and so did I do them upside down? Good grief.
Yeah, the red one's upside down. They're both upside down now.
They're
Okay.
both upside down.
Okay, there we go. All right, so
Yeah.
we can do either or. I think, yeah.
It
'cause
doesn't
both
matter
of
to
them, there's
me,
blue
whatever people want to do.
right, so both you guys have blue and red, right, in your kits?
Yeah, I
Yes.
have red. I have red.
I just
Okay,
have red.
I just have
Okay,
red.
good. So let's start now. Okay, all right, good. So everybody has their cellophane envelope. It should have your image. It'll have this black carbon paper, and then you'll have some tracing paper with the image on top. Okay, and how this goes is you lay the carbon paper on top of your canvas, which is another thing you should have. You guys have a canvas that has 4 sides. I have a canvas
Yes.
board because I paint a lot. So when you paint, make sure that you paint the sides of the canvas as well. Okay, so on that canvas, you're going to turn that carbon paper shiny side down. So there's 2 sides. There's a dull side and there's a shiny side. And I'll say that again. There's a dull side and a shiny side. All right, and I'll say it one more time, because if you get this wrong, you're going to be mad at yourself. Okay, you're going to do all that tracing is going to be on the back of your traceable image. So make sure that you have shiny side down. Then you want to line that up against
I
the
have a
edge.
question. I got that the paper, this shiny side goes down, but what do
Yeah.
we do with this?
Put it on top
I'm
of-
getting to that. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Okay. So once you put the shiny side down, we're gonna on the
Somebody started
line that up
drinking early.
to the left-hand side of your canvas, and then put your tracing paper on top of that. Just like that, line everything up. Okay, now the other things that you should have, of course, are some paper towels, water. I usually have 2 containers of water because one will get dirty. You should have your brushes. Okay, you'll have and go ahead and take those out now. You'll have a flat brush and you'll have a round brush. So your flat brush is for covering large areas. It's called a wash brush. And you'll hear me refer to it as the number 14 brush. Okay, so that's your flat brush. There's no number on it, but that's just what it is. Take my word for it. And then there's someone at the door. And then there's a round brush. And that brush is for getting into small spaces. We'll get to that later.
I can't get them small.
And then your colors that you should have are blue, orange, black, white, and yellow. You guys, you have yellow? Do you
Yes.
have yellow?
I don't,
And
I have yellow and red.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to know.
mine is kind of orange.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. And then not finally, but you should have a pen or a pencil, and you should have a styrofoam tray, these little guys. Those are your palette trays where we're gonna mix the color. Okay?
Oh.
All right, so that's everything. Now, another thing that you might need, so you might want to grab it and have it nearby, is a hair dryer. And we use the hair dryer because the first thing we're gonna paint is the background of our image. And then after that, we're gonna put the image on top, okay? A lot more fun to paint the background if you don't have to worry about the edges and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna paint the background first, and then we're going to dry it, and then we'll trace the image on top of that. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? All right,
yes.
good. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what's in the trivia bag. Mads, or blue, I'm gonna call it blue today, since we're painting with blue. Okay, so everybody grab their palette knife. That's one thing I didn't mention, is everybody has a palette knife. They come in all shapes and sizes, so if yours doesn't look like this, don't worry about it. Okay, so grab your white paint. We're gonna take that white paint and go over to your palette tray and put down some white. Let's put down like 2 nice little helpings of white. Okay. There we go. So take a look at the screen. You can see how much white I put down. And then just wipe your palette knife off. And, oh, there's a trivia question. What is the highest grossing film of all time, inflation included? Is it Titanic, Avengers Endgame, Avatar, Star Wars, The Force Awakens?
Titanic.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Titanic.
I like Titanic.
Titanic, Star Wars.
Avatar.
Nobody said Avatar
Avatar.
with 2.8 billion. Newly
Wow.
taken.
Oh, wow.
It was Avengers Endgame for quite a while, and then China released the movie again. So, okay, we're going to take a little bit of blue. Now, one thing you want to remember is when we're mixing colors, you always put the color next to the other color, never directly into the color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my palette knife. That's another thing you want to do in between color changes. Okay, just wipe off that palette knife. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way because I don't need this right now. We just need a blank canvas, okay? And it's horizontal or portrait style, right? You know, it's the longest way up, the vertical way, not sideways like this. We're going to paint vertically like this. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is take a little bit of blue and just a tiny bit of blue, about this much. Okay, so see the ratio, it's a super small amount. And then I'm just going to streak this through my white. Okay, I'm just going to streak it through. I'm not trying to blend the colors. I'm just trying to make like a marbling effect in the white. Okay. So I'm rinsing off my palette knife and just kind of lay it there. And now I'm going to grab my number 14 brush, which number 14 is that flat brush with the straight edge. So just, we start out by dipping that brush in water, like so. And then let's just add like maybe a drop of water to our mixture. And then work that water into the paint so that it's evenly distributed. And then try to load both sides of the brush like this. And you can put a good amount of paint because we have a lot of area to cover. So let's go in a diagonal direction. So let's start in this upper corner like this and drag this way like this, right? And let's pick up a little bit of blue on the end of that brush. Go and pick up a little bit of that white, and then just a diagonal from right to left. Mostly white though, so I'm going to go cover that blue up. It's too bright. So we're going for like a diagonal kind of range. That's what we're going for in the background here. So, but
Cheryl, did you already trace it? I must have missed something.
we're not tracing first. We're doing the background first.
Okay.
We're doing the background of the painting first, and then we put the image on top of that after we blow dry it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so we're doing diagonal lines like this. We want to make our brush relatively wet so that the paint spreads easy. And we have another trivia question. What is the world's most popular cocktail? Is it the margarita, the Negroni, the daiquiri, or the old fashioned? Which one of these is the world's most popular cocktail?
Daiquiri.
Margarita.
Margarita.
Daiquiri.
Oh, now we know who's got the echo. The daiquiri lady. And what is the answer there? Old fashioned. I've never had an old fashioned, I don't think. But yeah, for me, a margarita would definitely be number one. Numero uno. It's the state drink of Wisconsin. That's interesting. Okay,
Hi,
so
this is Kim, and I'm trying to get in on it. Can you let me in on the Zoom? I need to switch Zooms to a different device.
okay, we got you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so can you guys see how this is mostly white and just a little bit of blue?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's not what it looks like.
You can dilute it if it's too blue, okay? Because if you're doing a blue girl and your background is too blue, let's go and pick up some more white. Take your palette knife and put down some more white right away while it's wet, okay?
Okay.
If it's too blue, add some more white right away on top of that blue, and just quit using blue. Don't use anymore,
Okay.
okay?
Oh, my goodness.
And if you need to add some water to the blue that's already on your canvas, just make sure you start here, like at the end from in a diagonal line, like this.
Yeah.
We covering the whole
Yes.
palette?
We're covering the whole canvas because this is our background. We're making this the rainy sky. It's a little cloudy, it's a little blue, mostly cloudy though, because it's raining, right? And of course, it's a little surrealistic. It's not like a real sky, but it's an imagined sky.
where's my second canvas when I mess this one up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might need one of those too.
You'll be fine. Trust me. Trust me. Famous last words, right? All right. How old was Prince when he wrote his first song? Was it 7, 9, 13, or
15.
15?
17, 15.
15.
15. 15.
A lot of guesses. I think you guys covered just about all of them. Let's see. He was 7.
Oh, wow.
7 years old. He blew us all away. He was a prodigy. So yeah, I have a girlfriend who is Prince crazy. Just sharing
That's
something.
some of these ladies too.
Oh, really? She is Prince crazy. I always thought it was Michael Jackson who was the most loved kind of pop entertainer of our generation, but boy, was I wrong. Okay, so here we go. This is our background. Now let's add in our raindrops. Now, here's what you're going to do for the raindrops. Okay, let's see, how can we do this so you guys are successful? Yeah, it's gonna be this action, okay? Let me demonstrate with some orange, or no, I'll demonstrate with some blue. So I haven't cleaned my brush, I still have some white in it, and I'm loading both sides of my brush. Here's what I'm doing. So if you have an apron, it's probably a good idea to put your apron on, or just make sure you're flicking away from yourself. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna flick. And this would be a good time for a side view.
Somebody has some music on. I don't know.
Okay, so can you guys see how I'm holding this? Let me turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, see how I'm holding with this left hand, and then I'm like flicking it, like if you were sneaking up behind somebody and flicking them on the ear. Isn't that a terrible thing? So just kind of flick it real light like this. And then we're
With what color, Sharon?
We can't see the flick part. I can't see what your right hand is doing.
Oh, okay. So just imagine that you're just flicking.
Yeah. Okay.
With your
Okay.
finger?
Yeah, and not with a lot of paint on your brush, just a little bit, you know? So
Okay.
What was the color paint you're flicking?
it's blue. Okay.
Blue.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Plain
let's
blue.
do this again. Watch me again. Okay, so I'm gonna go load some paint. Notice that there's not a ton of paint on my brush. You don't want big blotches of paint flowing off your brush. You want just little specks, right?
Yeah.
So I'm holding. Okay, can you see this now? So
Yeah.
it's like this. You know, it's like I came up behind you and I plucked you on the back of the head and you socked me in the eye or something, you know, because I plucked you on the back of the head. So
Okay.
it's just like this. Oh, that's perfect.
And it's, oh,
Got it? So
maybe.
there.
No, I don't.
So there we go, guys.
Is it all over the board that you're flicking?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mine's
green
not
goes
flicking.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back for a little bit more. And then wash my hands right away. I just ruined that manicure. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't.
Just add some light to it. I know.
Okay, one more time. Yeah. So it's your own kind of abstract work. If you get some big splotches, oh well, the rain went a little crazy that day, right?
Oh, it's not flicking.
Yeah, I'm not
the
flicking either.
best flicker either.
Say that
Mine's not
again.
flicking.
I'm not the best flicker.
You know,
If you get it wetter, it flicks better.
Put
Yeah.
water.
add a
On the
little
brush?
water to it, it'll flick better. Good.
Ah.
Good point. Good point.
You know, you can kind of flick it off your finger too.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, just get into that paint. Get down with it. Get into it. All right, so we got a trivia question here. What is the most common birthday in the US? Is it February 14th, July 21st, September 9th, or November 23rd?
November 23rd,
November
After the-
23rd, the best day.
after the winter.
November 23rd, because isn't that 10 months after Valentine's Day? No, I'm
No,
serious.
you're probably right.
Is there a way to fix a big blob that flickered?
Put some white on it.
Hey.
Blobs are good. That adds character.
Oh,
All right. All right, so now, so what was the answer?
Should we go wash our hands?
September 9. What? Is it? Oh my God, that's Katie's birthday. Oh, right. And I heard a lot of November 23rds as well. All right, so now I've got my splatter all done right there with some streaks. So I'm gonna blow dry. So we need to do this. We need to blow dry because you can't put that carbon paper directly on wet paint because it'll just make a mess. Your painting will be ruined, okay? So if you don't have a blow dryer, then you can fan it with your hands for a while and just wait and then catch the recording and catch up. Or you can use a box fan, or you can run around the block 3 times real fast. All right, but for now, I'm gonna put you on mute for a second while we blow dry over here. We'll be right back. I'm just talking away over here. Forgot to turn my mic back on. So, oh, look at they're blow drying. So that's a good thing. So I'll wait till you're done, and then let's take a look at how you're doing. All right. So it looks like Tony, how are you guys doing over there? Everybody else is doing good.
I think,
Dad, come look.
I couldn't hear you, Cheryl. My hair dryer was on too loud.
No, it's okay. I stopped. I saw everybody here blow drying, so I stopped talking.
Okay.
Anything having to do with it. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are all blow drying. I see Larry Johnson over there. How's Larry doing? How you guys doing?
Hi, this is actually Narisa. I'm logged in through my husband's Zoom account, I think. And I'm sorry to be late. I'm gonna try to catch up.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We're recording this, so you'll have access to the recording within 24 hours.
Awesome.
Jennifer, that looks like a killer hair dryer you got over there. I bet you'd blow your wig off. I love a hair dryer that gets down to business and you don't have to stand there for 25 minutes blowing your hair dry.
And that's a great idea. I never thought about hair drying. I did rocks last week. I could have been blow drying the rocks.
Yeah, you should. And also think about this too, if you're doing rocks, is that if you see a pattern that you like, you can reuse this carbon paper to transfer your image. You probably know that already. You sound like a crafty person.
No, I didn't know that at all. Thank
Know
you.
that. Yeah, you could use this on your rocks to transfer an image. You know, you find whatever image you want, print it out, and then use your tracing paper and carbon paper to transfer it.
Wonderful.
Okay, Kimmy, how you doing over there? She looks busy. She got her Lysol there.
We're sharing blow dryers. So I'm getting ready to blow dry mine.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, you're doing that right. All right. So yeah, that's exactly right. What Jennifer
I'm not going to water.
lining up her carbon paper and tracing paper.
All right.
And then we're going to go ahead and trace that on the canvas. The only thing we're not going to trace is the lines because we've already made our ring.
Is the tracing paper in the little package with the picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Is it the black or the?
So you'll have this is the.
Oh, I see it.
Paper. This is
Okay.
the carbon paper.
Okay.
Okay.
We need both.
How do you eat this part?
Yes.
Pack it open.
And is pencil or pen better?
It doesn't matter. You can use either
Okay.
or.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready? All right. So here we go. There's my camera. And okay, so yeah. So make sure you have the shiny side down. Thank you for reminding everybody, Mads. We're going to make sure the shiny side is down. There's a shiny side and a dull side. One more time. Shiny side down, everybody. Shiny side down. Line that carbon paper up with the edge of your canvas. And don't forget to paint your sides, you guys, so that when you hang your painting, it looks finished. All right. And let me come over and see your edges undone. Gotta keep those edges straight, ladies.
Did you say put the carbon paper up to the top at the edge?
You can line it up towards the bottom.
Okay.
Line it up like this, the left side and the bottom.
Okay.
Shiny side down.
Yep.
And
Any
then
grapes going to 900.
and then let's lay that tracing
900.
top. Oh, but yeah, the question, how many grapes go into making a bottle of wine? 100, 300, 700, or 900? And we got a 900 guess. Okay, so like,
300.
this is what,
300.
all right. So the best way to trace anything, or the best way to make straight lines, the answer is 700 grapes, approximately 2.5 pounds, or 2.6 pounds. Okay,
Wow.
so the best way to trace is to make sure that your hand, the heel of your hand is anchored on your canvas, all right? That your hand is steady, because when your hand is steady and you pivot from the wrist like so, very difficult to make a crooked line if you just pivot like this.
I'm gonna write up for me.
Okay. So we want to hold down the left-hand side of the image and the carbon paper. And let's start at the edge of the umbrella and then make an arc. Just follow a medium pressure all the way around. Okay, you can stop there. And then we're going to go to the bottom half of that umbrella and just kind of pivot from the wrist. Okay. Now, if you happen to move your tracing paper or carbon paper, you can always realign it, and I'll show you an easy way to do that. So I'm going to take out my carbon paper, take off my tracing paper, and all you have to do is line up your tracing paper with the lines already drawn.
Another one, Tom?
Line those up.
This is it.
And then just flip your carbon paper back in, shiny side down. And you're good to go.
What is Ray doing?
She's doing her own thing.
Oh, okay. Are you sketching or something?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Same thing, kind of just drag your hand down. And pivot for the little scallop areas in your umbrella. And again, it doesn't have to be really heavy pressure. And I'm going to show everybody how to do the hairs and things. So if you want the red hairs, the red head's hair, or you want just straight black hair, we can do both. So we can do curly hair and we can do straight hair, and I'll show you both. All right, so I'm going down and just kind of tracing out her arm. So I originally did this painting, this drawing for Mother's Day, 2020. But boy, we
Wow.
sure did something kind of pretty and wonderful last year around this time. And even though it was kind of a rainy day, this girl inspired. All right. Notice I gave her some muscles because I was in real good shape last year. This COVID, boy, I was like, oh my God, I have had to like jump back on the horse. All right, what's the most money someone has spent on purchasing a painting? Is it 80 million, 200 million, 450 million, or 750 million? What's the most someone's spent on a painting? Okay, you don't have to make these line streaks because we already did our rain and our background, so you don't have to do that. And all right, so for those of you who want to paint the blue girl, I want to see, oh, okay, so the answer is $450 million for Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, purchased in 2017. I remember when that happened. That was a big deal. They found that painting at somebody's house or something, didn't they? Okay. So how many people are going to paint their girl blue like this? How many people want to do that? There's 1, 2. Okay, wait.
What are the other options?
This is your other option, the one in your kit. This is what you got in your kit, but this is actually what Joy wanted. She wanted the blue one.
I can't see it. I can't see what you're showing. Can anybody?
No,
No,
I can't.
your
Uh,
camera's,
Oh, but I
Oh,
have
there
I
it
have a
is.
red one in my kit.
Yeah, hold on just 1 second. Yeah, you should
Okay.
have a red one in your kit. Can you not see my hands?
Yes, we can see it now.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so you can do this one. I'll show you how to paint this one, or you can do this one, this is the first time I've ever done this, allowed people to do 2 different paintings, but because these are so similar, it's not a big issue. And also, I'm just so happy to be painting this because it's so. So how many again for blue? Let me see those hands again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you guys keep moving. Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna do both. Okay, how many for red? Let's see, red. Okay.
If I'm the only red, I'll do blue. I don't have a problem with
No, I'm
either
with
one.
you doing red. Sam.
No, it seems like
Okay.
it's like 60-40. So we'll do the red first. Okay, so or actually, you know what? We gotta do the blue first, because then we can use the blue that's already on our palette.
I'm done.
We can use the blue that's already on our palette. Okay.
No, I can't.
So
So we can get rid of the carbon paper and stuff?
say that again.
We can get rid of the carbon paper?
Yeah, because we've transferred it to our canvas.
what about the hair?
The hair for the blue, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll get to that, you guys.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
All these women, they want it all planned out. These are planning people right here. They think ahead. Okay, so we're gonna do the blue first because we already have blue on our palette, and that just makes sense, right? So let's do that one first. So we're gonna start with the umbrella. You guys can pretty much see that. It's just gonna be straightforward. We're gonna pick up a little bit of blue on with our number 14, the flat brush that we used before. And then we're gonna touch it into a little bit of that white that we had. Okay, so the cool thing about the 14 brush outside of covering large areas is that it helps us make straight lines. So if you just take a look for a second, this instruction applies to everybody, no matter what color you're painting. So I think blue is gonna zoom in for me here.
Do you want us to start with the red too and follow you, or no?
Well, I was gonna show you how to paint or mix the color red. So just a second,
Okay.
because these instructions that I'm giving you applies to everyone. Okay, so I loaded up my paintbrush with both sides, of blue. And so what you do with this straight edge is just lay it against the line. So if you just lay that brush against the line and then just kind of move it in the direction of the line, it's gonna make a straight edge for you. See this? So just lay the brush directly against that line. Like so. Okay, so that's the brush doing the work for you. Okay, now we want to come, so see where this little point is right here? We're just gonna make a line that goes from the top to that line. Now I'm gonna do half of this umbrella and then I'm gonna switch to showing them how to mix their red so they know and they're not sitting there, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up some more of that whitish blue that we mixed before. And now I'm gonna go inside this little area that we just painted. Okay. So this blue inside here should be lighter than your little umbrella dividers. I went out a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so what was the first Disney film that was produced in color? Was it Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, or Pocahontas?
No
No
way.
white.
Snow White, yeah.
You sound awfully confident on that. Ding, 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 ding. It was Snow White. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and mix some red. So you guys, I know you're dying to get that red on that canvas.
Mhm.
All right, let me move this aside. So,
Was that Taryn?
so go ahead and pick up your, you know what I have? Oh, here it is.
Red.
So here, we're gonna take our red and get your palette knife out and then just put a nice little chunk down there. Okay, and believe it or not, we're gonna add a little blue. Yeah, we're gonna put some little umbrella lines in this one too, so. Getting paint all over me. I'm gonna take just a little bit of blue with my palette knife. I'm wiping it off really well, and actually I'm just gonna pull some from here, and I'm gonna put it
Should
next.
blue keep going or we're waiting?
What was that? What was your
Should
question?
blue keep painting or we're waiting?
Yeah, no. Okay, so the next step is just to repeat. So just repeat what we've done over in this little part and do that on the opposite
Okay.
side. And then,
Okay.
okay, so I'm gonna come back, but I just want to get them started on the other color. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, so keep going. I trust you. You can do this. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of the red and I'm gonna mix it in two. And two portions, okay? So this portion, the smaller portion is gonna be for shadow. So you know how in the blue we added white to it to lighten it? We're gonna add blue, just a tiny bit of blue, this much to that much red. Can you see that? Take a look. So it's a really tiny amount of blue to this amount of red. We're gonna mix that into the red to make it darker. That's going to be the shadow color. That's the color we're going to use to divide our little umbrella areas. So, okay, I'm going to show you how that's going to go. And then we have our red. Now I like to add just a teeny tiny bit of orange to my red to give it some tooth. So pick up your palette knife, put a little bit of orange down on the side. We never put colors directly into other colors. I always put them to the side. So I'm going to add some of this orange to my red, probably all of it. Just mix that in.
Sorry, I missed your orange. Was it about a half of a dime size, or was it more than the blue, or how much orange?
So to that amount of red, I put about this much orange to that amount of red that I have.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you see we've got this bright, almost, orangey red, and we've got this darker red. That's our shadow color. So I'm going to demonstrate how you're going to use that color. Let's see, let me just read this for the red people. I'm just going to draw this umbrella down again so that you can follow along. I'm going to do it on the back of this piece of paper. All right, just like that. I'm going to show you how to do your umbrella. Okay, so I'm going to go and pick up that number 14 brush because it's going to give us a nice sharp edge, and that's what we want. We want to use our materials to help us be better painters. So the first color we're going to do is our darker red. So go ahead and load up both sides of your brush with our red like this. Okay, you're going to place that brush against that line. That is the top of the umbrella, and then pull it down like so. And then for this line here, that comes down to the, the little scallop, we're going to start at the center and we're just going to curve that line so it meets this. That's our goal, to do that. Once you get that line in, and you got enough paint down here, then go and pick up some of that bright reddish orange that you mixed We're gonna add that in here. Okay, so that's our umbrella. So it's a nice, vibrant.
Series over here.
What was that? You have a question, Christina?
That's the example.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the same thing
I'm
here
just getting coached over here.
She getting average. She got a hell of a.
and the same thing here. Okay. All right. So what condiment was sold in the 1830s as medicine? Was it soy sauce, pickle relish, maple syrup,
Ketchup.
or ketchup?
Ketchup.
You guys sound like 30 on this. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, it was ketchup. It's sold as a cure for indigestion by an Ohio physician. How crazy is that? How come you guys were so like convinced that was the answer? Usually that really stumps people, that question. All right, so I'm going in with my.
I have no idea how I know that. I just.
It's one of those weird things, you know, huh? Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing here, coming down this line, putting that one in. Same thing here. For our blue, we just add white to that center color that is our umbrella. Okay, so for those, you just follow the scallop from the center to that little point, from the center to that little point. And then pick up some of that lighter blue that you mixed earlier. And then go into the center of those areas, blending those two colors together. Yeah, it's been a good little while since I've done this.
Chris, what you doing? Chris, unmute. Put you on mute.
Not muted.
Yeah, I think there's nothing
Friday over here.
too private going on there. I know you guys have seen these videos where parents accidentally, come on video when their kids are some interesting stuff going on. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here with a lighter blue. And feel free to turn your canvas upside down to get a better angle. And don't worry about perfection. So this will be a really cute painting for you to hang up in your house, in your office.
Garage.
Garage. All right, Miss Edna, go ahead over now.
I might have to stay here.
Your wife was hella cute. Look on her face, she was like that. She was like that.
Yeah, let me show you how to erase. So you can see how I went outside of my line here a little bit. So what do I do? I'm not going to just leave that. I could do a couple of things. I could try to just wet my paper towel in some super clean water like this. So I could take a paper towel like this and dip it in some water, get most of the water off of my paper towel, and then just kind of go in like this and wipe it away. I can also just take a clean 14 brush, make sure it's super clean, clean water. Okay, make sure that most of the water is out of the brush, and then just kind of scrub it away with the end of my brush like this. So just wipe and then scrub again until it goes away. And it feels a little stubborn, so what I probably would do is go back to that color that I mixed and see if now it would be okay to like kind of rub it out. So I think I got rid of it. Good job. All right. What was the most popular game featured in books? Was it blackjack, checkers, chess, or poker? What was the most
In
popular
books?
featured in
Chess.
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 these girls. Y'all need to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, they're doing.
Really?
I gotta find a harder question.
Yeah, you gotta dig a little deeper for these women because they're just getting all the answers. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get that dress going. So for let's start with blue since I have blue on my brush. Now let's introduce our second brush. So your second brush is your number 12 brush. It's a smaller brush and it's round. And the way you use this brush is, first of all, you definitely have to wet it. So we're gonna wet it. And then you roll it so that it comes to a tip. You'll get a little point that at the end of that brush is like two little hairs sticking out at the end. Those are the hairs that we're going to use to get into these small spaces. The trick to using the brush is that you don't put a lot of pressure on it, because once you put pressure on it, then you spray out or bristle, and that's not what you want to do. You want to just make sure that you roll your brush between can you put the camera on the palette? Roll your brush on the paint between your thumb and forefinger till you get a nice point like this. Let's make sure that. Can you see that? You see how I rolled that to a point?
What you doing, Chris? What you doing?
Okay. So when you do use it, you want to use super light pressure. Okay. So I'm gonna put this down because it's gonna dry out. And then just kind of tap. Don't press hard. Just super light. And my red girls, go ahead and start on the top of your dress, like so. Okay. You can mix a little white in with that blue so that it covers better.
Who's that doing in class?
My name is Cheryl. Just kind of really light strokes with that brush.
She's the artist.
And don't worry about the flowers on the back of the dress. We're going to get that last, but don't paint on top of that area, okay? Because we'll want to put that color. We don't want to have to paint over blue when we put lighter colored flowers there. So just tap, tap, tap. We're going to cover this area with hair, so don't worry about it so much, but you can go to the shoulder if you like. So just tap, 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 and then kind of stop in the center like that, okay? Okay, so which artist sold the most albums in a single day? Was it Michael Jackson, Elvis, Beyonce, or Whitney Houston?
Michael Jackson.
Jackson.
Beyonce.
All across the board there. It was Elvis, believe it or not. The day after he died, 1970.
That's a lie.
That's what everybody says.
Miss Cheryl,
Let's see the numbers. Let's see the numbers.
Miss Cheryl, for the red dress, are we using the red orange color, right?
Yeah, so let me show you that, all right? Hold on just a second. So let me get the blue people going. And then I'll switch to red real quick. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing with the dress as we did with the umbrella. So we use the darker blue for the outside now, and remember the way that the angle of the wind and the rain in the background is why her dress is flowing this way. So just go ahead and do the outline in dark blue like this. All right, and then we're gonna pick up some of that lighter blue and mix it right on top of there. Okay, blend those two together, super light strokes. Just blend those together. And why not have like a kind of ragged edge on her dress? Make sure you don't paint the area where the flower is. Then when you get to that next line in her dress, go back to the dark blue and paint that line in dark blue. See this? And your goal is to try to blend these colors together so they look like they're real. You know, they're kind of blending together. And then I'm going to go back to my lighter blue. So, and then just continue this.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, just kind of streak that color in like so. Use a light stroke. Darker color on the outside of the dress and go lighter in between. So we're doing like little pleats, I guess. It's kind of like an organza dress. You can make it however you like. All right, let's switch on over to red. This is interesting. Huh? We've never done this before. Painted two different paintings at once. What is the only food that never expires? Is it white rice,
Honey.
rye, or barley? Oh my God. They got too quick for us. We quit. Yes, it's honey, found still intact in Egyptian tombs. So it lasts forever. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Or in my pantry.
It lasts everywhere but in the back pantry, huh? All right, so I got my dress here, and here, let me get some hair. All right, I have to put some arms. I might as well do all this so it doesn't. All right, so we got that in. All right, so now I'm go back to my orange and red, and I'm picking up my number 14 brush. Actually, no, I'm gonna pick up my 12. And I'll do some tap, tap, tapping. So I'm gonna pick the darker red for the straps because it's in the shadow a little bit under that umbrella. But you can paint it, either red is fine. Nobody's judging you. This is your red dress. Wear it however you want. If you want to improvise some designs on the dress, go for it. Okay? This is your painting. You get to look at it every day. So make it the way you like it. Maybe yellow or red is not your color, or blue is not your color. Maybe it's, you know, some other color. Go for it. So I'm just putting my darker red on the edges of the dress, like we did up above with the umbrella. And then I'm coming in with my lighter red, which I might add a little bit of white to, just a teeny, tiny, tiny bit of white. So, because I'm not trying to make it pink, I just want a little bit of white. You see that? Just a little bit. Just make it a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to go in behind there and put my red. And actually, I do think I'll pick up some more white because I like to see some streaks of color in this dress. Let's add some streaks of white into that red. Okay. It's a real festive dress she's wearing. So yeah, let's put some streaks of white in there. So you can see that flow. And then just make sure you leave that little area free for the flower that we're gonna paint in. And I'm just gonna streak it a little bit more. So kind of like this. That's kind of fun, huh? Makes it a little more interesting. Okay, so vermilion is a shade of which color? Is it blue, green, purple, or red? Vermilion.
Green.
Purple. Red.
Blue. Isn't it green?
I think they covered all of them again.
Purple?
It's red.
Red.
Like scarlet red like this.
Oh.
Good job, Matt. All right. Oh, it was Katie. Okay, she picked up on that. Good job. All right, so there's my red dress. Yeah, just have fun with that painting. Put some streaks in there, you know, have some fun with that. And then I'm gonna go back to my blue, which actually sits on the canvas. And I'm gonna finish streaking that color in over the blue dress. And then we're gonna mix flesh color. Okay, so that'll be fun. We're gonna do flesh color next. Let me go ahead and pick up blue, blue and
Hey.
blue. Nice little breeze coming in on that dress. All right, sounds like you guys are in the zone. Focus. Yes. That's the thing about art is you just get into laying that color down. Did any of you guys ever make paper dolls when you were little?
Yep.
I love me some paper dolls. Nothing like it. You were in charge of that paper person's destiny, fashion destiny. Anyway.
Fashion plates. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what is the most expensive one?
What? I used to love those. Man.
Was it 245,000, 360,000, 470,000, or 558,000?
What?
What was it, Cheryl? What was the most?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. I watched that Monday night. I was like,
470.
and I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, when we
70, okay.
called him up, he said, I'm gonna call my brother. And then the brother never called him back. And so I was like, wait, what? I didn't really think about him again. Is yours?
All right. So we may, yeah, we got to do flesh color yet. I was going to say, yeah, I think we can wait. We don't have to blow dry yet. But here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to move my two palettes out of the way. That's why you have two of these, ladies, so we can mix different colors. So to mix the flesh colors, we're going to grab that palette knife, put down some orange. And then I'm going to wipe my palette knife off, pick up a little black. And of course, we put this color next to the orange, not in it.
Who said a bunch of black?
No, we're not going to use a lot of it. I can never use my palette knife in moderation. I just, just plop down. All right. And oh, let's put down a little yellow and a little white. Yep. Because we're making flesh color. It's complicated.
Mine's not really yellow. I have dark orange and light orange.
It's a go.
It's okay. We're not using it's okay. What you have is I have that yellow too. I just didn't grab it. So the ratios will be the same.
Okay.
It's the same in terms of ratios. You'll be fine because we're going to also put down some white. Okay. So those are our four colors. And how much does the most expensive nail polish cost? Is it $1,500, $30,000, $100,000, or $250,000? How much is the most expensive?
I don't know. I won't ever buy it.
I'll say I'll never know.
I'll never. They can keep that.
Right? There's so many Bitcoins out there and vacation places we can go to, right? All right. So it was $250,000. The Black Diamond Nail Polish by Isaac Tour. And from what we hear, worn by Rihanna and, of course, Beyonce. Because they got it like that. That seems kind of crazy.
That is their lane. That's their lane.
What was that?
Out of it.
Oh, yeah. We don't know what's in it, except that it's just ridiculous. That's all. It's just like the most ridiculous thing ever made, as far as I'm concerned. And that people actually paid money for. All right, so let's mix some brown, all right? So let's start here. So we're gonna mix all the skin tones. Everybody's gonna be covered in this skin tone mixture. And from this moment out, you will know how to mix skin tone, right? There are some professionals that don't know how to mix skin tone, but you're gonna know how. Okay, so we're gonna start with this orange. And then to this orange, we're gonna add a little black. So can you see the ratio? I want you to take a look. Here's my orange. That's how much I have in terms of the shape of my palette knife, you can see. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and get a little bit of brown, or black, sorry. We're gonna pick up like this much black. Can you see that it barely covers the tip of my knife? Right, you need to look at this if you're not looking. Okay, everybody watching?
Yes.
All right, I'm going in to mix it. So this is gonna give me kind of an orangey black, I'm sorry, or orangey brown. So I'm gonna go pick up a little bit more. That's how you color mix, by adding a little bit at a time, adding a little bit more black to that. Okay, so that's
Orange and black, and what is the other color? Yellow? No.
we haven't done anything.
No, just orange and black.
So, so if you look at the palette on the screen right now, there's
Yeah.
4 colors. There's black, there's orange, there's yellow, and there's white. Okay, so we start with yellow. I'm sorry, orange. I'm pointing at orange and saying yellow. We start with orange. Then we add in very small amounts of a bit of black. And this is going to give us our brown color.
Oh, there it is.
It's still kind of orange, so I'm going to add a little bit more black. But just add a
Okay.
bit at a time until you get the brown that you want.
I think I got just my complexion.
Okay, good. Now you
I got brown.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
But don't wear acrylic paint on your face. But it won't look too good after about an hour. Okay, so there's your brown. Now you can make it even darker than this. Okay, so just by adding a little bit more black, a little bit more black, a little bit more black. Okay, now yes? Now that we have the brown, now we can lighten it. Okay, we can put some yellow. So just take a little bit of your yellow. Start with a very small amount.
I'm not putting any yellow on mine.
I'm giving you different skin tones so everybody can make the skin tone they want. I'm adding a little.
So if we already got a good skin tone, we don't have to keep going, right?
Yeah, you get the skin tone that you want, and that's what you use. Okay. So
I got it just right.
I'm gonna add a little white to this, and we're gonna mix that in. So that kind of just brightens it up, makes it like a caramel color. So we went from coffee or mocha to now we're going to caramel. Okay, add a little bit more. And we can take that up another notch. So however you want to do it, you can go all the way up until you get to the color you want. But now, without a doubt, you know how to mix skin tones.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm gonna.
Okay, can you catch me up real quick? I'm just a little bit behind. I have the colors down. What do I mix first? The orange and the black, right?
Yes.
You just gotta dab a little bit of black to the orange.
At a time, a little bit at a time, until you get to the brown that you like.
Got it. Okay.
That's pretty much it. Then you can take it up. You can add some yellow. You can add some white until you get the color you want, or you could add more black till you get that like Nigerian black. All right. So all we've got to do is we got a very small amount of area to cover for that flesh tone. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that number 12 brush. Make sure it's clean of any other colors, especially blue. You want to make sure that brush is really clean.
And 12 is the round brush, right?
Yes.
A little skin one.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And then twirl that brush so you get that point back. And then go ahead and pick up some of your flesh color and incorporate that little bit of water into your brush, into your paint. Just like when you drop an egg into the cake batter, you have to make sure that you incorporate it, incorporate the water into the paint so that it all mixes really well. And then twirl your brush till you get that point back so you can get into those tiny little spaces on her shoulders and arms. Okay, so which astrological sign is the water bearer? Is it Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, or Virgo?
Not Cancer.
Aquarius.
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 They got to know. Oh my God, you guys are just so
Woo!
amazing. So I'm rotating my canvas so I can get a better angle on my painting, which you're perfectly welcome to do. And then remember, when you're trying to paint in these small spaces, don't press down hard on your brush, especially this little 12 brush. It's meant to work in small spaces, but not if you press down hard. If you press down hard, that expands the brush. So just lightly touch, like even if you have to dot, 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 and just kind of touch it really super lightly. This will make sure that you stay inside the lines and you don't get those kind of jagged edges. Okay. And then I'm going over to the other arm and just doing the same thing, super light pressure so my brush doesn't flare out. And if you could shoot forward, not touching the canvas, you'll have the right amount of pressure. Like your brush should just be barely touching the canvas in order to squeeze into these little spaces. All right, so La Gioconda is better known as which painting? We're trying to stump you guys. Is it Starry Night, The Birth of Venus, American Gothic, or the Mona Lisa?
You lost me.
La Gioconda is better known as which
The Mona Lisa.
I'm guessing the birth of Venus.
Okay. Guesses are good.
I'm gonna say Starry Night. What language is that?
Italian? I think it's
Mona
Italian.
Lisa.
Yeah, it's Italian. Okay. So we want to make sure, except for the back, that we get low enough so that when we paint our flowers in, you know, her back is covered. So just don't cover that little center area right there and you'll be fine. And then just kind of make sure her neck area is painted.
Cheryl, are we ignoring
hair down there.
the hair part? Because we're gonna paint over the back with the hair.
This is kind of what you want to do, something like this. Actually, I could have painted it into the right shape, but since I knew I'm going to cover it with hair, I just did that. But you could actually just follow the shape of her neck. You know, imagine where her neck might be, and then just do that. But no worries, because we're just going to cover it up with hair anyway. So I'm going to do the straight hair first, and then we're going to do curly hair. Okay. Does everybody
want straight?
Who wants straight? Nobody wants straight.
Nobody wants straight.
Okay.
I want straight. I want straight. I want straight.
Militant about it. All right, cool. Hold on.
I want straight. I do want straight.
Somebody wants straight. Somebody wants straight.
Who wants straight? Kaja. All right.
But that's okay, because I could do both, right?
Yes.
All right. So, but I'll start with brown because I can't put black if I'm going to do that beautiful curly.
That's perfect because I'm still painting the skin.
Okay. Well, good. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my skin. Okay. Let's all do that while we have Tiaja painting over there. All right, so I'm going to mute you for a second while I whip out my blow dryer and dry my skin.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
I need to go get my blow dryer.
So for you ladies who are still painting, I just blowed mine dry, and so after blowing it dry, I can still see some flicks of my splatter through that paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another layer down, which I can because I have my blow dryer. So feel free to go back to your layer or to your color for your skin and add another layer so that it's a nice saturated color. So you can't see any canvas underneath.
Yeah, messed up.
And it comes up your brush strokes when you put that second coat, which is just the nature of acrylic paint. It's always going to need more than one coat. In some cases, like with our blue, which has a foundation of white, it covers really well. Okay, so which spirit is mixed with ginger beer in a Moscow Mule? Is it tequila, gin, vodka, or
Vodka.
I could go for one of those right now.
Vodka?
Refreshing. Is it
Vodka.
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 Okay.
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Moscow Mule?
Yeah, I don't have my Moscow cup but that's what I'm drinking.
In the copper cup?
Hold on, let me get my copper cup.
Yeah, you gotta have the copper cup. It just don't taste right without the copper cup.
I got my copper cup.
Okay, now we're talking. Just like I don't care what kind of cup it is. I love that combination. Yeah, I like the ginger beer. Plus, it's kind of good for you, isn't it?
Yeah, ginger beer is good. Ginger beer is good.
Yeah.
Good for your digestive system.
So, kind of guilt-free drinking there. I think I had them one time over my son-in-law's house, and I was just like, oh my God, these are so wonderful. And the cup just adds something to it.
So why only one time?
Why only one time?
Yeah.
No, because I guess I just haven't run across them lately. What I usually have here with me is some sangria. And like I got it from Trader Joe's. One day I walked in and I said, I got a taste for some sangria. And they said, well, the only kind we really have comes in a box. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. And I just have been trying ever since. It's the red sangria at Trader Joe's.
And it's good?
Oh, it's delicious. It's great. Really refreshing. Great for the summertime.
Okay.
I found some in a bottle at Trader Joe's. I can't remember what it was called though.
You had something in a bottle?
No. No, I had I bought some sangria in a bottle at Trader Joe's.
Recently?
It was about a year ago. So maybe they stopped selling that one.
Yeah, because when I went, and it was like September or October that I found it and I started drinking it. So now I'm starting to think about it. Love to have a glass. All right. So what's your favorite cocktail? We already know what Christina's is.
Margarita.
Margarita, yeah. Especially summertime. Red wine, Jennifer? And she's like, sip, sip, sip.
I like margaritas and bubbly.
Oh, okay. So champagne, definitely.
And lemon drops and all kinds of stuff.
It's hard to
Dark and stormy.
Or cocktails.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ask me what I don't like, because there's too many things that I do like.
I like everything but gin.
Me too. I can't drink.
Yeah, I agree.
Or
I
something.
feel like I do crazy stuff with drinking that.
I had a bad young woman experience with Southern Comfort. I can't even stand the smell of it these days. It made me so sick. All right, so now we're gonna go do some hair, and because I want to preserve this so that we can still do texture, I'm gonna start with brown. So what I'm gonna do is make a dark brown. So I'm gonna take my palette.
Before we do the hair, we need to blow dry though, right? The rest of us, if we were still painting the
if
skin.
your skin is not dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, give us 1 minute.
Okay, but so wait, let me give you this instruction so that when you come back, you'll be ready. So just to
Okay.
your skin tone, add more
Yeah.
black until you get a dark brown. Okay,
Add more black for the hair.
to your skin tone, add more black until you get a dark brown, darker than her skin.
Okay.
Okay, okay, go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some more black, and I think yeah, I gotta make this deep dark chocolate brown, so I've added quite a bit of black. And after I think I need some more orange because it's actually a little muddy looking. I don't like that. So there's my brown. I don't know if I like it too much. I want to add some red to it. So grab your red and just put some red down on the palette in a different place. Pick up a small amount and add it to just a small amount. So you can see that, you can barely see that red, and add it into the brown. So it's more like deep dark chocolate as opposed to mud. Okay.
Okay, we can't really see your hair.
Say that again.
We can't see your hair, your paint. We only see the painting, I think, or maybe. Oh, our
No,
pictures are coming up. I take it back.
Okay. Christina, stop with the Moscow Mule, okay?
You guys, your pictures are on there and I want to look at y'all too.
Okay, hold on. In fact, let's check in. That's a good idea. I'm gonna stop for a second and let's check in and see what everybody's doing. So hold up your pieces because I haven't even seen your backgrounds or anything yet. So let's see what you're working with over there. Stop for a second, please.
And so what we have so far?
Oh, nice. See, I told you people wanted different skin tones. See, that's nice. That's nice, Rachel. Nice.
I have a
I don't
blob
like
to
the
get put
background because I was late.
job. Good job. Lots of red and lots of blue. Pretty. See,
Go,
y'all.
Edna.
Great job following instructions.
Well, I don't have, I'm having a hair filling up a lot of space.
Yeah, we're gonna go crazy with the hair. So the idea.
Cheryl, I got a blob of blue there. How do you get that blob?
Who's got a blob? Here, I'm gonna make you bigger so I can see you here. Joy, come over here and hold it up. Aw, poor baby. All right, get a paper towel and wet it in clean water and then just kind of scrub it off.
Joy, that.
Kind of scrub it off. That's all you need to do. And then you can cover it with some paint. All right, so but wipe it first and then just kind of scrub it. And if that doesn't work with a paper towel, go get a Brillo pad. No, I'm kidding. Just scrub it till it goes away and then overlap it with some lighter color, the same color as your background. And that's it. Super easy. We can fix anything. No such thing as accidents, or mistakes, just happy accidents. My friend Bob Ross would say. Okay. All right. So let's get that side by side going up again. And you should have some nice chocolate brown right now. If your brown looks muddy, it just means that you need to add just a smidgen of red to it. So if it looks like mud instead of brown.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, if it looks like mud, add just a smidgen of yellow. I'm sorry, I didn't say yellow. Red, until it brightens it up till it's more, chocolatey. Like me, chocolatey.
This is for the hair, right?
What's that?
Cheryl, can you go back to the hair color? Can you go back to show us the hair color?
Yeah. Okay. So all we did was we took the chocolate or the brown that we made for our skin tone, okay, and added black to that. Now, Jennifer, you're probably going to need to add some red to get it darker. okay, to get that chocolate going. Right? Everybody else, if you mix chocolate, just add a little red to it, and that's going to give you a nice chocolatey brown. And that's what we want.
Really?
So the
Okay.
trick is that it should just contrast with her skin tone. And Tony, don't use your brush to mix your colors. Use your palette knife.
Oh, sorry.
No, it
Oh, okay.
saves your brush. And then it avoids you having too much paint on your brush.
Yeah,
Got you.
I just messed up.
Is this brown for both the straight and curly or just the curly?
We're gonna do the straight first. And then on
Okay.
top of the straight, we're gonna do the curly, so don't worry, all right?
Got it.
So just
Okay.
work on
Yeah.
converting your colors into the chocolate zone. And then I'm gonna tell you how you can make the hair black if you want to. I'm gonna show you how you can make it, what do they call, there's a name for this color where it's kind of a little bit brown and a little gold. What do they call that?
Auburn?
The ombre?
Ombre, yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. I wanted that so bad and then I couldn't get it. Went to the beauty shop, all excited to get it. They said you can't get it if you've had henna in your hair. So like you can have a natural dye in your hair and they'll strip the color, but they won't. You can't strip henna from your hair because it gets into the hair shaft and they can't be extracted. I couldn't get anyone to do it. Anyway, that's a personal problem, Cheryl. All right. But this is we're painting. This is the hair that I wanted, you know. But anyway, all right. Let's see now. You guys are doing okay with the color. Let me know when you got your colors done.
My color's ready.
Done. Who's still working on their color for their hair?
I'm still working on my color.
I am. I think
I'm
mine
not
is a
getting
little.
straight hair. Go ahead. I want curly hair.
I'm
Oh,
ready
okay.
for curly.
Okay. I got you. Joy,
Yep.
did you fix your issue?
I fixed my boo-boo, yes.
You fixed your boo-boo? Okay, good.
Mhm.
All right, so now we're gonna go in and use that flat brush again. Okay, for straight hair girls, I guess I should probably do it on, I'm gonna do it on the redhead girl. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. And here's what we're gonna do. Now the wind is blowing, right? So we need to have the hair going in the direction of the wind. Okay, so we're just gonna use that number 14 brush and just kind of make a straight line right there, like so. Okay, so there's your straight hair, and then start at the umbrella underneath, and then just kind of use that 14 and sweep out like so. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just
She said,
so just make sure you sweep in a circular motion because the wind's blowing that air.
Is this gonna be straight or curly? Is it straight?
That's straight.
Right.
Oh, that's straight. That's what Taja wants to do.
Okay, now we can go and put some streaks of color in there if you want. I'm gonna put some little brown streaks. You know, and the wind is blowing, so just kind of turn your number 14 brush to the side, so we're using that straight edge. And then just kind of turn it like that. Ta-da! Straight
Can
hair.
you do dreadlocks?
Get out of here.
That's you, Tony.
And if everybody's ordering their style, I'm just saying.
And what's out there?
My girl's natural, so.
Yeah, it's a dream for me, but
Okay. No, let me get through the curly hair. Okay, I don't know about dreadlocks. I've never done that before, but yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's just a shape. It's like a cylindrical shape, so I'm sure it's pretty easy. What is the most common or widely planted grape in the world? Is it Pinot Noir? Is it Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, or Merlot? What is the most widely planted grape in the world?
Muscadine. It's muscadine, actually.
Chardonnay.
Okay.
I didn't say Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Oh.
Pinot.
Pinot. Pinot.
I think we covered them all just about that time. Cabernet.
Oh, my favorite. Hey, that's what I said.
Cabernet.
Almost
I
700,000.
think I said Chardonnay.
All right, good job. You guys have been killing the trivia questions. Okay, so now we're gonna get some curly
Yeah.
hair for the curly girls. All right, so we're using our number
Yes.
14
Okay.
brush. Actually, no, we're gonna use our number 12 brush. So grab your number 12. Okay, so our objective is to get it back to this pointy state, right? See the nice point on there?
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and pick up some black first. And then I'm gonna dip it in my brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay, roll it. Get your
Then what?
straight edge. Now, this is curly hair, right? So we're gonna
Yeah.
start here. Okay, and we're just gonna really light strokes, remember? And then just kind of move that shape like so. Real light pressure. Okay, don't press down too hard because then you probably will have dreadlocks. So go for it. If that's what you want, go for it. So right now we're just, the only place you really have to worry about is the edge. Right now we're just gonna paint all this in the darker color. And then we're gonna do this in layers. Okay, so we're just taking a little brown and a little black. And then we're just worried about the edges, the ends, I'm sorry, so that they kind of crinkle at the ends. Really light pressure and squiggly lines. Squiggly lines, like so.
Oh, more of a squiggle at the end.
Right, but see right in here, you could just paint this all solid because we're gonna layer another layer of color on top of this. This is just the foundational layer. Okay, so just go to the top of that umbrella and then maybe over here you wanna just make it so it's a little curvy. And then the wind is blowing this way, so we want to go around her neck, curl those, just wiggle your brush a little bit so that there's like a little round circles. Like so. But really, in this area, we're not even worried about. We just want to color this in brown up here at the top. Just color that in brown because we're going to make waves and curls and swiggles on top of that with a lighter color. So let's get that dark color in there. Only thing we're worried about is the ends. We don't want the ends flat. So make sure you just lightly stroke and wiggle that line so you get these little wiggles at the end. And then just color the rest of that in. Okay.
Okay.
Fill in that space. Okay, can you see what I did there?
Fill it in.
Okay, but everything else, you just fill it in. Which one is the name of one of Prince's doves? Is it serenity, divinity, deity, or sanctity? Which one?
Serenity.
Is doves?
One of his doves.
I don't know.
I didn't even know he had.
I didn't know he
Divinity?
had doves.
I mean, I know he knew they cried, but I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, Jennifer, you ought to know the answer to this.
And the answer is divinity.
Oh, he has two. Yeah, I didn't know he had doves.
Divinity, that's what I said.
That was right.
Yeah.
I only knew about Mike Tyson and his. Did he have doves or pigeons? No, never mind. He had pigeons. Never mind.
Oh,
Something.
divinity.
Some bird. Some bird.
All right. So there's our little curly cues. Now, I think we're ready for our next layer of color. Okay. Now on top of this, so doesn't that look like a head full of curly hair right there? And all we did was just paint all this in solid. We didn't even put any wiggly lines. We just put them on the ends and then maybe a little bit around the neck area there. So now we're going to take a little, here, I'm going to rinse off my brush and lay it down while I mix this color. The next thing we're going to do is to take a little yellow. Okay, there's our yellow. So mix, this is our highlight color. This is our ombre color. And I'm gonna take a little orange and a little, I'm gonna mix those together. And to that, I'm gonna add a little of our brown that we use for the foundation. Okay. So that's our lighter color that we're gonna layer on top. Okay, so if you need me to repeat that, so I just took a little orange, a little yellow, and a little white. And to that mixture, I added some of my darker brown. Thank you.
And then what do we do?
You just admire the color you mix. This is just that. No, we're gonna layer this on top so that, you know, we get those highlights. We're doing, you know, beautician work right here. Except we're doing it with paint.
Okay.
Okay. So now,
Orange, yellow, and white.
what was that?
Orange, yellow, and white.
Uh-huh. So it's like a kind of orange. We're making that ombre color we talked about.
Okay.
So it's like a caramel color. Okay, so this time we're going to start from the ends and work our way up to the crown. All right, so watch this. Mads, can I have a side view, please?
Yes. Yeah, close up.
And too close. Okay, so, but I would like to have the overhead instead of the color mixing. All right, so here we go. We're going to start at the bottom. Ooh, I just wasn't looking and just jabbed my brush into the paint. Alrighty then, I'm going to add a little white to that too. So this is a little white and a little of my caramel color, and I'm just kind of moving it to the top of my head. Okay, just kind of willy-nilly kind of little lines like so. So really super light.
Squiggly lines? Or
yeah.
squiggly lines?
Yes, that's the only way we're going to get it to look curly is by getting those squiggly lines in there. So really light pressure like before. So I'm putting some of the little orangey color I made, then I'm adding some white to that orangey color. So we get that ombre blend that we want. Okay.
Mine looks Fuji.
Okay, so just kind of just make sure you go in the direction of the way the hair is blowing in the wind. And just kind of make those squiggly lines. And if you find like your brush is too fat, then rinse it out, start over again. Rinse it out, because if you have too much paint in your brush, you're not going to have a fine tip at the end of your brush, so you will not be able to make a squiggly line that is shaped like hair. You know, it would just be a bit fat line. So make sure that you keep your brush to a nice point. Make sure you don't have too much paint on the end. If you have to tap the side of your palette tray to wipe off, here, let me, that's not in view. I'll move it over here. So if you need to wipe off some of the paint from your brush, just kind of tap it really lightly and roll it. You get that point back. Then go in again and try to get those lines. If it's not working, if you're not getting squiggy lines, that means you're pressing too hard with your brush.
Yeah.
Or you have too much paint on your brush. Use the side of your palette tray to wipe off any excess paint. And then just do squiggly lines. At the top, we just, you know, at the top of your hair is usually not too curly. It's just a little wavy. Then it gets more wavy as you go towards the end. Okay. Who has won the most Oscars? Is it Meryl Streep, Walt Disney, Katharine Hepburn, or Daniel Day-Lewis? Who's won the most Oscars?
Walt Disney. I'm
Uh,
just guessing. I don't know.
you guys are good at guessing. Yes, Walt Disney with 23 Oscars. Good job. Okay, so notice how I'm going in the shape, in the direction that I think the wind is blowing. Real light strokes.
Are we putting that little fringe on the,
Yeah,
umbrella?
Yes, we're gonna. Yes, we're gonna.
Oh,
do
okay.
that, but we had to paint the
Just
hair
wondering.
first before we did that. So,
Oh, okay.
little baby steps. These people like to
If
know.
my hair is looking a little orange, what do I put on top of it?
My girl's look, yeah, my girl's looking hoosier.
Haven't heard that word in years.
My girl has a straight afro. There are like 3 curls happening. It's all bad.
Yeah, so if you don't like the way your hair is, it takes practice. So paint over it again. All you have to do.
Oh God, heaven forbid.
Oh God, no.
No. She's gonna rock her stuff, her Afro puffs today. We're gonna have Afro
She has
puffs.
to go to the hairdresser again.
She gonna be proud. She gonna be proud.
Yeah, we're gonna be black and proud. with our
Pandemic
puff- our
hair.
puffs.
Pandemic.
So you guys, but seriously, if you wanted to start over again, you just go over with a darker color and then just try your strokes again. Because
that's too risky.
That's too risky. That's too risky.
Too risky, huh? All right, so now we're gonna do, let's do flowers first and then do fringe on the umbrella. Okay, so okay, we'll do flowers first. Okay, so we're gonna need the number 12 brush for that. So make sure it's clean. Can't have any black or brown. Take it to the sink because it's sometimes hard to just kind of shake your brush in the water and get all the paint out. Just take it to the sink and rinse it out, or at least get some clean water. All right, so we are going to start off with some white. Okay, so we have to have that point.
Which brush? Oh yeah, where the brush? Yeah,
The 12
brush.
The pointy one, yeah.
Okay.
Which flower is the secret of, or the symbol of secrecy? Is it ancient symbol of secrecy? Is it the lily, the Venus flytrap, the rose, or the orchid? Which one of these is an ancient symbol of secrecy?
I can't help.
Orchid. You have your own on this one.
The lily?
The rose?
Rose. Rose. Good guess.
Orchid.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna take some white. We started with some white. Let's pick up a little yellow and add it to that white. So it's actually mostly white, but just with a tinge of yellow. Okay, so we're gonna start there. Wipe off that palette knife, sit it down. Thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of that yellow just on the tip of my brush. And actually, I'm gonna rinse again because all I want is paint on the tip of my brush. Make sure your brush is clean of paint except for the very tip. That's all we want, it's just the tip. See this? This is all we want. Oh, there it is. I'm like, okay, there it is. Just on the tip. You shouldn't have paint going all the way up your brush. Okay, and this is all we're doing. We're laying down the tip of the brush like so. And then kind of turn it, just tap it and turn it and tap it. Just tap
So is it white or is it yellow or both?
It's yellow and white.
Okay.
And then just kind of turn your dress or your painting around. And we're just tapping.
You sound like you got a situation over there, Kim.
I'm trying because well, it looks white on the picture, so I wanted to be sure I didn't put yellow on it. Because is the red dress just white, or is it also yellow?
We're putting a bouquet of flowers in the back. So here, there's two options. So there's a flower.
Okay.
Just keep
Okay.
working on there, and I'll show you how to do the red dress if you like that treatment
Okay.
better. So this is kind of like a pink on the back. So I would just take a little red and add it to my white, just a small amount of red to the white that I have to make a pink. So there's my little pink. Same thing with the pink. I'm going to use just the tip of my brush. Your brush should be totally clean. Roll it back to that point. Make sure there's not too much water in your brush. Just tap it on your paper towel to get the excess water out. Then dip just the tip of the brush into your pink. Okay, so this technique you can also use around the trim. So you're just going to start in the center like this. Can you zoom in on this blue? I know. We're going to start in the center like this, super light touch, and just flick it. We're flicking again, ladies. So just flick out. Start in the center and flick out. Okay, you're just trying to cover this area. So just flick out like this. So if you want this treatment on your blue dress, you're more than welcome to do that. And then for the edges up here, same thing. We're just flicking out this way, that way, this way. Okay, so you really light stroke. And then we're just gonna overlap and flip flop and make strokes back and forth. And then we'll layer these because your first attempt is not gonna look like how you want it. So you're gonna add another layer. But the idea is to start in the center and flick out. So let me show that technique again. So if you could zoom in overhead on this. And while we're waiting, which type of French wine is typically made from Pinot Noir grapes? Is it Chianti, Burgundy, Malbec, or Shiraz?
Burgundy.
I was gonna say Burgundy too.
I'm gonna say Shiraz.
Good guesses. Yes, Burgundy. French Bourgogne Rouge. Say that again.
Is it not zoomed in for you?
I'm not hearing you.
Is it not zoomed in for you? It's zoomed in for.
Oh, yeah. It's it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so just start in the center and flick out. And then you'll get that like foo-foo kind of fluffy edge. Okay, so do that all the way around the edge of your umbrella. You're going to be overlapping your hair a little bit with that foo-foo edge. And you're going to need more than one coat. So just remember to start in the center and flick out. Start in the center, flick out. Okay. All right. Let's get back to those flowers. Oh, I can see here where I didn't paint her dress. I'm gonna put that in here. Okay, so now I've got a foundation for the flower. So let me put, let's put some orange. Let's make an orange flower. Let's pick up a little white on the tip of the brush and pick up a little orange. And just kind of roll that around in the orange so you get a nice pastel orange. Just keep rolling your brush so you get those two colors mixed together. And you've got that nice tip with not too much paint on the end. And then we're just going to touch it, tap it, and lift. Tap it really lightly and lift. Tap, tap. Rotate your canvas. And just use the tip of that brush to make that little flower petal. And just keep rotating your canvas all the way around. Touch super lightly so that the shape of your brush creates this little petal of the flower. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go back to my yellow. I'm gonna wipe out my brush so it's not too much paint in my brush. And then we can do a white trim on our umbrella. Let's do a white trim. So I'm just making this little bouquet on her little dress. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate the white fringe on the umbrella. I'm just rolling my paintbrush until it's nice and pointed again. And again, the paint is just on the very tip of my brush, as you can see. And then I'm just going to do that thing again where I start at the line of the umbrella and flick up.
See you later.
That has to be Thin Mints. That has to be Thin Mints.
Oh.
Has to be.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I believe it's Thin Mints.
All that other stuff is new.
Yeah, it's definitely Thin Mints.
Or catalogs.
No,
I don't like them, but I know a lot of people, thin.
no, not, not
The
even.
best. Those are the best.
They are the best.
I'm a do-si-do girl myself.
Yes.
Do the do-si-do, does that have peanut butter?
It's been around long enough.
Yep.
Huh?
They have.
Well, I'm so young, Christina. I don't know about them.
I
old-
realize.
I don't know what a Thin Mint is.
About them Thin Mints.
I don't like mint with chocolate.
Wow.
You put some Thin Mints in a freezer and they are to die for.
Oh my gosh, Taja, that's the best.
Oh my God.
In the freezer. And you
In
know,
the
Mine are in the freezer now.
So that's what I do with the
Mints.
Samoas. I put the Samoas in the freezer.
they made Thin Mint like
Ice
little
cream?
ice cream sandwiches. They were
Yeah.
so good. Yep.
So good.
Get pizza tomorrow.
Okay, so what I did, I used some blue in my base color because my white wasn't showing up against my background. So I put down blue first for my umbrella. And then when this dries, then we can put white on top and that'll be pretty. Okay, so just take some pure blue and just start in the center and flick out.
Just keep it white.
Okay, real light strokes. Okay, I'm gonna roll that brush and I'm going over her hair too because the umbrella is covering her. Okay, so it's like a lot of X's basically, just a lot of X's all the way around. And then for the inner, the top of the umbrella, just kind of do that in reverse. And then we'll go back on top with some white and that'll be nice. I can't wait to see what you guys have come up with. Now, normally, what I suggest you do is just stop what you're doing and just take a snapshot. See what you've done so far. It's a way of like getting another perspective on your work and not being so critical of yourself. I promise you, you'll be so pleased at what you see.
It's the hair that's the problem. The hair.
I see what you're up against? So maybe I can offer a suggestion?
Well, I think I made it a little bit too big, but you know.
You're gonna roll with it, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm happy to help you.
Your arms?
What's the name
No.
now? I think I keep it.
Yeah, just stop and take a picture. Okay, so turquoise is the birthstone for which month? Is it January, May, September, or December?
December.
I'm going with that too.
I'm gonna say December because I don't know.
Good guessers, really good guessers. All right. Now I'm gonna go over my umbrella again with white, because now my white will stand out. Before it was just kind of blending into the paint. So I put the white down first. And again, I'm just using the very tip of my brush, not too much paint. And I'm making some more light strokes, X's on top of the blue. Just barely touch the canvas and make some X's, and you should be okay. And just make sure that you're not able to make the X's if they're coming out too fat. That just means that you have too much paint on your brush. So just take a little bit off. Or if it's too thick, that just means you need to add a little water to your paint. And then just don't forget you can rotate your canvas to get a better angle. And it sounds like people are in the zone. Maybe not.
I haven't heard that.
Problem solving, creative problem solving. All right. What is Whitney Houston's most famous song? Is it Dance with Somebody? How Will I Know? Always Love You, or Greatest Love? Which one?
Always love you.
Always love you.
Always love you.
Love you.
Love.
Always,
Always love you.
always love you.
Yes, yes, it is. I'll always love you. Beautiful song. Now you guys do know that Dolly Parton wrote that song.
Dolly Parton. Yes, she did.
She wrote
Country
that.
and Western.
And she actually sang it really beautifully. And she even said herself that Whitney did things to that song that she never imagined. And also Whitney made her a lot of money. So
Yes.
she never
Mhm.
I bet she
Heard
did.
that song too. You sing
Yeah,
it.
she
I
was
used to love
always
Dolly
very
I
complimentary.
did too.
Do you remember Hee Haw? She used to be on Hee
I
Haw.
do like Dolly Parton.
Her sing that song.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Hee
did.
Haw.
It was
Say Hee
good.
Haw.
Jolene, Jolene,
Yeah, I can't believe I
Jolene.
used to like
Yeah, I
that.
love Dolly.
Oh, I
No,
love.
no, no.
Wait, girl, I had Hee Haw.
Let's get the vaccine.
Oh, I
When I was
watch Hee
six.
Haw every week.
Girl,
My dad did too.
you guys have a
I watched.
he built a thing. Buck Owens built a thing in
Yeah,
Bakersfield.
I know. There's a big Cow Palace.
Right.
Not Cow Palace.
It's
Crystal
like a
Palace.
yeah.
So
So
how are you
that's-
guys doing? I'm going to take a look. I want to see up close.
We're good.
Sha-na-na.
Okay. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I
Oh my
want-
goodness.
It looks like you guys, is that, oh, good job, Tony. Good job. Let's see, Katie, can you hand me my laptop so I can get a close look at everybody? Thank you.
This is it's a big glob in her back.
Ooh, look at that one. Nice, Rachel. Good job. Wait, hold on. I want to get a picture of everybody so don't anybody leave.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I want to see everybody's. I'm gonna take.
so bad,
Ooh,
huh?
look at that one. Pretty. Aw, you guys make me feel good when you paint pretty like that. All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna squish this in, a little bit. And then I want to get.
Cheryl,
Yeah,
what's your last name?
it's Vargas. V is in victory, ARGAS.
Yeah, we have some more clients for you.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Can't say that doesn't make me happy. That's wonderful. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the pink around the blue. That's beautiful. I like that. And good job. Okay, so what I'm doing, instead of taking a photograph, I'm going to take a screenshot, which they come out better. So anybody who's not on screen, please come on so I can get you in the collection here. And let's
But you want our face or just the painting?
both. Can I have both, please?
But I gotta figure out how to get it.
All right, there's
Look at
one.
these beautiful ladies.
Tiaja, come on.
I don't have a background now.
If you turn off your background, Tiaja, we can see your picture better. Just for a minute. Okay, I'm taking another shot. I see some teeth, ladies. Cheese. One more. No, let's do 2 more. Okay, this last one, make it your best.
You
Give me
guys,
the best
someone
shot.
in 12 days take some pictures too.
I did.
Okay, one more. Hold on. Oops, what'd I do? Cancel. Okay, one more. Okay, everybody good? 1, 2, 3.
Can't see Tasha.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I can't see Taja's. Taja, I couldn't see your picture.
I think it was deliberate. I think Taj was trying to hide.
My head wasn't in mine. Can we do one more of my head?
Can you do one more? Sure. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna do one more.
Oh,
Tell me when everybody's ready.
Yes.
Ready.
Kimmy.
Kimmy, come on, Kimmy. And Taja, we can only see your pretty face. We can't see your picture, just so you know.
Because of the background.
There's Joy.
The background.
Yeah.
Well, it's on purpose. It's ugly.
Let's see personal. I know it's not ugly.
Tasha.
It's not ugly.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Great. It's great.
Okay.
You're too critical of yourself. I love her skin color and everything. Come on, one more and push it closer so we can
Can be
see.
red for Delta.
There you go. A little closer. She's still not gonna turn off her background though. Okay, fine. All right. We got them. We got everybody. So
I
good
love the
job.
background.
I hope you had fun.
Great.
Jennifer, your hair looked good on yours. That looked good, nice.
I gave her highlights.
Nice.
Good.
Was that with white?
Oh, yeah. It's like 3 different colors, girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put on so much paint. She has a bigger head than she used to have.
Yeah.
Big hair. I like big hair.
Big,
Oh, wait, everybody,
Yeah.
head.
let me look. And then let me see yours.
Oh, her big head? Okay.
That's Shaka
Oh, wait a
Khan.
minute.
Oh, they had an afro.
Oh, that's pretty.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I didn't do, Cheryl. I didn't bring the hair down her
Oh,
back.
yeah, you
That's
gotta-
why it looks so goofy.
Tony,
Oh
Tony,
my
hear me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Let's see, put it up.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's
I like
pretty.
it.
Wow, her hair is
Ooh, I like
blue.
that hair, Tony.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I was worried about the hair.
Oh, that's
I don't
real
know.
cute.
Yeah,
Pretty. That
Pretty.
Joy,
Wind
let's
blown.
see yours.
Supposed to be perfect. Good job.
Oh, pretty.
I like the Shaka, I like Jen's Shaka Khan look.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Kimmy. Everybody, put yours up.
A Shaka Khan.
I was looking at the picture. Oh, that's pretty.
Nice.
I see you, Michelle. I see you.
I like this.
And where's you caught up?
Oh, Rochelle. Oh, that's hold your top, Rochelle. That's great.
Yeah.
Let me see Rochelle's.
That's beautiful.
Let's see Rochelle. Oh, yeah.
I love the blue.
Yeah.
And your
That's
line is
perfect.
really good in the umbrella. Yeah, that looks good.
Incredible job.
That's
See,
good.
you're critical on yourselves. That's really
I like
great
it.
job. You did. Oh, so here, Tiaja turned off her background. So come on, we're gonna take another picture.
Oh, she did.
All right, come on, guys. Let's put it together one more time.
Oh, Lord.
I'm fixing my hair. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. No, I'm ready. You guys let me know when you're ready. Okay, let's see. I
Hold
see
on.
almost everybody. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. That looks good. See some cheese. Nice. All right. Got it. Okay, one more. I know you're like, take another one.
Okay.
Take another one. You know that one is not right. Okay, good. Gotcha. All right, guys. Good job.
You know what, little girl? See, look what mommy did.
All
That's
right.
fun.
So we're-
Thank you so much, Cheryl. This was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. And the trivia was a really nice, I haven't been on one with the trivia. That was great.
Yeah, that was nice.
Great, girl.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank
you
you.
had fun. And then I think Blue put the information for our social media in the chat, so you guys can connect with us. We'd love it if you hashtag us with a Studio 928 or Make Time for Art hashtag. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them to us. Otherwise, you know, it was nice painting with you guys. And you guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Cheryl, can you send the picture to me?
We are, I will be sending all the pictures to Joy along with the
Joy.
Okay.
so you guys will have access to all of that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Cheryl.
you. It was
Thanks,
wonderful.
Bye, Cheryl. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everybody
Bye-bye.
have a good night, good weekend.
Okay.
You too.
When I was picking up the drinks, the food, it was like 3:30 or something, and two black women were sitting there. They brought
At the
some-
restaurant?
Yeah, brought some shots to the table. I was like, damn, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. But I guess it's Friday, but gracious.
Girl.